This is the Panasonic DP-UB820-K. My first impression was split right down the middle. The body looks basic and a little plasticky, and at about 5.3 pounds with a low profile, it doesn't scream premium. Then I hit play on a 4K disc and forgot all about the shell. The picture locked in with razor clarity, rich color, and highlight control that immediately felt a cut above the typical player. From my experience, that contrast between plain exterior and serious performance defines this machine. Setup was simple. HDMI out to the TV, audio out to my receiver, and I was spinning discs in minutes. The menu system looks dated, and some options are buried deeper than they should be. I wish I could switch between Dolby Vision and HDR10 Plus on the fly without stopping playback. Having to jump back to the settings menu breaks the flow. The remote works, but it's not my favorite. It's chunky, not backlit, and the Netflix button is way too easy to hit by accident when you're just trying to navigate. In a dark room, that missing backlight stands out. Key features that matter most to me start with the twin HDMI outputs. I run video directly to the display to keep it clean, and a separate HDMI to the AVR for audio. It's flexible, especially if your receiver can't pass 4K HDR. The 7.1 analog outs are a nice bonus for legacy systems or anyone who wants to use the internal DACs. On the front, you get a USB port for quick access, and there's a high-speed USB 3.0 on the back for larger files. Ethernet is there too, though it's limited to 100 megabit, which tells you this player prioritizes discs. Disk handling is where the DP-UB820-K earns its keep. Load times are quick enough, and the drive is quiet. I enabled quick start for near-instant wake, though it uses a bit more standby power. I fed it some tough triple-layer 100GB UHD discs, and it's been rock solid. In my opinion, reliability with demanding discs is a huge part of the value here. I've had fewer freezes and fewer try-again moments than with other players I've owned. Picture quality is the headline. Panasonic's HCX processing cleans up chroma and detail in a way that just looks natural. If you're new to the jargon, UHD discs store color in a format that needs to be reconstructed as it's displayed. This player does that reconstruction really well, so edges look clean, colors look accurate, and textures don't get smeared. Upscaling is excellent too. My 1080p Blu-rays look noticeably sharper without artificial edge halos, and even DVDs get a respectful boost that surprised me. HDR support is universal. HDR10, HDR10+, Dolby Vision, and HLG. The automatic switching is seamless, which means the player detects what the disc uses and adjusts without me digging into menus. The HDR optimizer is the feature I use the most. Tone mapping is the process of fitting the bright and dark parts of an HDR image onto your display's real capabilities. Discs don't always carry perfect metadata, and many TVs and projectors don't handle every scene the same way. The optimizer lets me choose a target, OLED bright LCD projector, and it remaps those highlights and shadows in a way that keeps detail intact. On my projector, it's a lifesaver for keeping highlights from blowing out and pulling shadow detail out of murky scenes. On my OLED, I sometimes leave it off because the TV's own tone mapping looks great. Other times I tweak it for a punchier look. It's flexible, and in my opinion, that flexibility is a big reason this player still stands out. Audio performance is everything I want for movies. It bitstreams Dolby Atmos and DTS:X cleanly to my receiver, and standard lossless formats like True HD and DTS HDMA work perfectly. For music, it handles high-res files from USB, including FLAC, WAV, ALAC, and DSD. If you're wondering about physical SAD or DVD audio discs, those aren't supported. I do wish local file playback were more complete. Over USB or network, it won't output lossless Dolby True HD or DTS HDMA from MKV files. It falls back to the lossy core. That's a big limitation if you keep a local media library. The built-in apps don't redeem that either. Netflix and YouTube exist, but the app selection is tiny and performance can be flaky. I moved streaming to a dedicated device immediately, and I think most people should do the same. Build quality is the one place I had to adjust my expectations. The chassis looks fine on a rack, but it feels light and plasticky compared with pricier tanks. I can live with that given the price-to-performance ratio. The display on the front is basic and shows elapsed time. I wish I could toggle remaining time without poking around. None of these are deal breakers, but they're reminders that the budget went inside, not outside. From my experience, the DP-UB820-K excels when it's used for its primary job, playing discs and sending pristine video and audio to a good system. It's perfect for anyone who wants the best image from UHD Blu-ray, cares about HDR done right, and likes having both twin HDMI outputs and 7.1 analog outs for flexible setups. It's perfect for projector owners who need smarter tone mapping. It's also perfect for folks with older AVRs who still want lossless audio without upgrading their receiver. If you're looking for an all-in-one hub for discs, streaming, and local files with full lossless support, this is not that product. Use a dedicated streamer or media box alongside it, and you'll be happier. I'd recommend this for movie collectors who prioritize fidelity over flash, for people who still buy discs because they want the highest bitrate and consistent quality, and for anyone who's tired of players that choke on tough UHD discs. In my opinion, its combination of HCX processing, universal HDR with automatic switching, and the HDR optimizer makes it a reference choice that still holds up. In conclusion, the Panasonic DP-UB820-K feels like a specialist. The shell is modest, the remote could be better, the apps are forgettable, and local file support has real limits. But when it's go time for a movie night with a great disc, it delivers the cleanest, most consistent picture I've seen at this price, with dependable playback and excellent audio. That's why it's still in my rack, and why I keep reaching for it when I want to see a film at its best. Please check the comments section for detailed information about the Panasonic DP-UB820-K. Thank you for watching.